Hi, my name is Tanya, and this is Cooking with Flavor in North Carolina. These are the fresh oysters I picked up today from the market. I've scrubbed the shells and put them in a fresh water, salt water. It's cold salt water to filter. As you can see, there's some debris and sand coming out here. Can you see that right there? I don't know what that is, a baby shrimp or something they ate. So they're filtering now, and I'm gonna wait about 10 minutes, rinse the sink out, and run fresh cold water with salt, and so they can continue to filter. And we'll be back. So, for the appetizer, we're gonna do the oyster bruschetta. We have the oysters here, and if you have an oyster, okay, he closed. So if you have an oyster, like there was one that was just open and I pinched it and it closed it, so it's alive. They have to be alive. So this one is open. We cannot eat that. I can't use that one. If they're open, yeah, see how you close it and it pops back open? That's dead. You can't eat that. So all the other ones look very well though. They're all closed, and we're good to go. So I'm gonna pop these in the oven for 10-15 minutes, bake them, and then take them out. A lot of them will pop open on their own once they're done. Pull them out of the shell. And then we have tomatoes, a shallot, a scallion, 3 small mushrooms, and seasoning. So with my seasoning, I have a half a teaspoon of the seafood seasoning. You use whatever seafood seasoning you like. I didn't want Old Bay for this because the flavor is different, and I didn't want that to come through in my bruschetta. And then I also have the herbs de Providence. You can use whatever Italian seasoning you like, or however you want to season yours. This is just how I chose to season mine. We're gonna clean the mushrooms, chop everything up, and get it ready for the saute while the oysters are baking in the oven. Okay, so I've chopped up all the vegetables. Now I'm gonna take the lemon that I zest. I'm gonna squeeze half a lemon over it. Okay.
This video.
Okay, so here's everything mixed up for the stir fry. Here's everything mixed up for the bruschetta. The oysters are cooking, so I'm gonna put a pan on with some butter, because I love butter and lemon juice on oysters. So I'm gonna saute this up, and then we'll be back. Okay, y'all. Now, yes, I'm frying bacon. And no, that was not part of the original ingredients because I forgot. So I had started to saute the vegetables in butter in this pan. And my butter is melting. I'm like, wait a minute, what about the bacon? I mean, you can't forget the bacon. And I love applewood smoked bacon. So I'm gonna fry up some bacon, and then we're gonna take and pour some of that grease off into the butter, and then saute the vegetables down while the oysters are in the oven. Okay. Okay, so the bacon is done. I've chopped that up, and I'm gonna add that to the sauteed vegetables, and then I'm gonna shuck all the oysters and drop those into the vegetables, and I'll show you what that looks like once I have them all out of the shell. Okay, so here's the first oyster I opened, and this is why I cook them first, because once you cook them, they open up. Can you see that? And then you normally can just pull them open like that. And then I'll just scoop it out. And this is the one that I showed you before that was open, so we can't use that one. But there's another one back here, a small one. And then there's the big one. Okay, I'm gonna get the rest of them and I'll be back with you. Okay, I think I've recovered. I almost had a small heart attack here. I opened up some of the oysters and this one fell out of one. And then as I'm pulling another one open, this fell out in my hand. I almost had a heart attack. These are crabs. They obviously caught these oysters at an inopportune time. They were trying to eat. I normally use a baguette for my bread to do the bruschetta. However, we have a local bakery here and it's called Great Harvest Bread Company. So I stopped by there and I got a loaf of the challah bread. And I'm gonna slice that up and see and toast it with some garlic butter. Just, you know, garlic and a little bit of butter and melt it and then brush on the bread. Toast that up and then we'll go ahead and come back and put the bruschetta together. And we'll top it with a little bit of Parmesan cheese and a pinch of parsley. Okay. So I'm just, I melted garlic in the butter with a little Italian seasoning. And I'm saturating the bread with that now. And then we're gonna pop it in the oven to toast it. And I'll show you the yummy results. Okay, so this is not as stiff as the French bread would be. But I have to say, I tasted a piece of the challah by itself. That is so good. Like, it's absolutely delicious, okay? Like, and it's moist, and it tastes so fresh, which I think they did make it today. But it's just delicious, okay? So there's that one. And honestly, after doing it on the challah bread, I would recommend, well, let me taste it before I recommend. I was gonna say you should probably use a French baguette. Or if you're gonna use the challah bread, I would suggest toasting one side without toast one side without butter and then flip it over. That would make it more sturdy. And then toast the other side with the garlic butter and see how you like that. Because I'm telling you, I know challah bread is supposed to be pulled apart and all that, but this bread is so freaking good right by itself. So you can see the oysters. This is the saute mix that we did earlier. And I'm not nervous. I'm anxious. I really want to taste this. Okay, so I'm gonna have a little bit. This is Parmesan Romano cheese. If you want, you can top it with mozzarella and then melt that, you know, whatever. Maybe, I don't know if I want feta. It's up to you, whatever tickles your fancy. The Parmesan tickles mine pretty good, so. And then just a drop of parsley on each one to make it pretty. And y'all just don't know how anxious I am. Okay, so I know I normally don't try to taste things, but I wish you could have smelt it cooking. It smells so good. It smells so good. So I'm probably gonna look like a pig, so y'all forgive me in advance. We're gonna get me a little. Y'all already know. So I already know. This one's got my name on it right here. This one is calling me. Jesus. There's no oysters on that bite right there. Let me just move you. You're out of place. Put you over there. Okay. Baby, if you make this for your Valentine's Day appetizer, you may be the entree, okay? You ain't gonna make it to the lamb chop. This is so good. I'll make sure I post the complete recipe in the description, and I'll also have it on the flash, like in between the video. My God. Okay, so thanks for joining us again. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, follow us on our social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We also have a webpage, www.flavorfairies.com, where we post our recipes. We also have a blog and many products in our menu pages for the prepaid meals, things like that. So check it out. Come on by.